It's late at night and you're bored and you just got paid the night before, and you decide to peruse the internet's strangest garage sale. A land of bargains and collectibles and cheap junk that people don't want anymore. Tonight, we're diving deep into the weirdest, most disturbing things ever sold on eBay. Back in the year 2000, a man sold an allegedly haunted painting called The Hands Resist Him. In the painting, it featured a young boy, a lifeless doll, and a bunch of disembodied hands reaching through glass. This painting was purchased by an art gallery in Grand Rapids, Michigan for only $1,025. When people came to this art gallery to look at the painting, they said that the boy would change facial expressions or move around the painting, and a lot of them said they felt sick or uneasy just by looking at it. The art gallery obviously denies any of the paranormal activity, but the painting has gained a cult following online and is now a part of an urban legend. Back in the year 2003, a man visited a cemetery and claimed that he captured a ghost in a jar, and when he went home, he started having some sort of unexplained paranormal events, and he wanted to get rid of it. The listing apparently went viral, and the bids reached up to $55,922. And for some reason, the buyer actually backed out, and the jar was never officially sold. So with that being said, if anybody wants to officially buy this demon in a jar, let's start the bid at $50. So back in April 1st of 2007, a man in Derbyshire, UK, found this highly detailed corpse of this tiny winged humanoid creature. The photos of this thing were disturbing to a lot of people online, and they claimed that it was some sort of mummified fairy. A man named Dan Baines claimed to be the original creator of this fairy and said it was an April Fool's hoax. Despite Dan coming out and saying that this was all fake, a lot of people still believe that it's real, and the conspiracy still circulates on paranormal forums. I don't know if fairies are real, but if they are, I feel like they can put more than just a quarter under my pillow after pulling out an entire tooth. So back in between the years of 2006 and 2013, there was a bunch of listings for human skulls popping up on eBay, either from medical or anthropological collections. Although some sales were completed, eBay actually eventually cracked down on this whole thing, and they banned the sale of human remains, with the exception of some of the medical specimens. It was actually reported that some buyers had their remains confiscated during shipping due to some sort of legality issues. I don't know if people working at funeral homes aren't making enough money, but I can only imagine it's them that are harvesting the remains from fellow loved ones and selling them on eBay. Sometime in between 2005 and 2007, the pop star Britney Spears had her used gum and pregnancy test pop up on eBay. In the description, these items were stolen from her hotel trash can by either some crazed maniacal stalker or some fan-obsessed housemaid. Her chewing gum sold for only a few dollars, but from what I heard, the pregnancy test actually sold for $14,000. So I guess if you're ever strapped for cash, you could always pee on a pregnancy test and claim it's some bullshit celebrities, and then just make a ton of money off of it. Just goes to show that there's a lot of creeps with a ton of cash out there, so take advantage. In the month of June back in the year 2008, a man attempted to sell his soul on eBay after a string of bad luck. The man described this as some sort of symbolic act, hoping that someone would believe in him, and if not him, the soul itself. The listing was eventually removed by eBay because it violated their policy of the selling of intangible goods. Which I guess you could say that eBay is some sort of archangel that saved this man's soul from being sold. I mean, it kind of makes you wonder what kind of purchasing power you'd have if you owned another man's soul. Back in 2005, a man sold an alleged possessed shoe for $25. In the listing, he claimed that the shoe was possessed and would walk around the house by itself and often growl at people. When the buyer received the shoe, he claimed that nothing actually happened, and I'm pretty sure he just got scammed. But I guess $25 is not too big of a loss. This haunted shoe is actually regarded as one of the many haunted item hoaxes, and a lot of people say that this item actually kickstarted the haunted item niche on eBay. So I guess if you're ever trying to make a few extra bucks on some random junk in your house, you could always throw it up on eBay and claim it's haunted by some demon or something. So the last weird item I want to talk about that was sold on eBay was an alien-shaped chicken nugget that was sold by a woman back in March of 2011. Apparently, a woman found a McDonald's chicken nugget that looked like the alien E.T., and apparently it sold for $8,100 on eBay. I guess I'm not seeing the logic of buying an $8,000 chicken nugget. The nugget was apparently preserved in a freezer and featured in various viral news stories, later becoming a weird part of internet history. It just goes to show that there's a lot of strange people out there that will try to make a buck off of any old thing in their house, whether it be a real hoax or some sort of misunderstood art, or maybe it was a real paranormal item. So anyways, folks, that's the video. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna go look through eBay and Craigslist and see if I can find anything weird, and I'll let you know if I do. Thanks for watching. Bye.